B Studios. I'm Carla. I'm the designer of more than 50 quilt patterns that use both beautiful sides of fabric. Today we are looking at Reflections of Love. She is the cover girl for Quiltmaker magazine's Supersized double issue. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe, click like, and tap the bell. Thanks so much. I hope you'll excuse the wind and the birds and all the sounds we have out here. I just could not forego the beautiful light I just think quilts look so much better in nature and natural lighting. And it's really not about hair and watery eyes. So I hope you'll forgive that because it's all about looking at quilts and just discovering new things to do with our quilts. This collection of X's and O's is made with both beautiful sides of Anna Maria Horner's Love Always fabric collection, plus a background fabric called Seeds by Corey Dentini. Inside this issue is the pattern for Reflections of Love and a number of other patterns. It's a double issue, so you're going to get lots of variety with different designers, and all the patterns are included, so it's a really fun issue to have. I hope you'll search for it on newsstands, and you can also get an autographed issue in my own Etsy shop, creativebstudios.etsy.com. So let's talk first about the name. It's called Reflections of Love, and you'll see that this quilt is made with a collection of X's and O's. Each X and O is made of 4 smaller blocks, and I'll show those blocks in a little bit. Since it's made of X's and O's using Love Always fabric, and the reverse of the fabric is reflected for each one of the blocks. For example, this is the reverse of this fabric, and so on. That's why I call it Reflections of Love. Now, Anna Maria Horner is one of my mentors. I don't know her. She doesn't know me, but I feel like I know her because I study her work. I love her work. And while I don't try to be her when I'm designing things like fabric or just repeat pattern design or surface design, I like to try to study her boldness and her courage and try to figure out why she would put certain things together. Not all of her motifs are large, but they just work, and they're not all expected. If you look at fabric lines, sometimes you will see very expected coordinates, and she doesn't do that. And so I really like that about her. So I try to really learn just by studying and observing what she does. And so I was just tickled when I got a call from Golden Peak Media to submit a pattern that uses large motifs like Anna Maria Horner, and they mentioned her. I was already working on my own quilt like this just for me because I loved it. And of course I had to use both sides because once you learn about value, it's really hard to go back to a quilt that has almost all the same value or only 2 values, light and dark. I just feel like that medium is missing in there. And this quilt works well. These fabrics work well. So anyway, as you can see here, the right side of the fabric is the dark value. The reverse is the medium, and then the background is the light. Also, I will try to put links of all of the designers in this magazine because it's just so important to support each other and to look at different styles and designs and figure out what you like. And so Reflections of Love is made with 20 fat quarters. They're all different, and the background fabric. And so you'll use both sides of the fabric in each block. There's only one block construction. It just depends how you place the value of your fabric when you're putting them together that makes it either an X block or an O block. Okay, so for this block, which is 1/4 of an X like this, you'll have 2 large half square triangles and 4 small half square triangles. So in this block, you use the reverse with the background on each of the half square triangles. For a block that makes the O's, you'll do the same technique, but you'll use the different side of the fabric. For example, the two large have the right side of the fabric with the background, and the dark side is facing outward on the whole block. And these still have the 4 squares, but these small half square triangles are made with the right side also, and they are facing in. So it's just how you lay out your fabric when you're making your blocks. And this one would go like this here. So very easy to do. You get all of the instructions inside this magazine. And like I said, I do have some in my Etsy shop that I've autographed on the front. But also there's just all kinds of other fun quilts. I think there's about 5 of them that are dedicated to fabrics with large motifs on them. Learn more about using both sides of fabric, including how to audition your fabric, on my website, creativebeestudios.com. Be sure to subscribe, click like, and tap the bell. Thanks so much. This double issue is on newsstands and in fine quilt shops and bookstores for the March, April, and May, June issues. Wah! Whoa! No one wants a muddy quilt.